have you had any run-ins with spear fishermen yet?
Well, what do you mean by run-ins?
What is your experience with, if any, with spear fishermen? Because we're all amped up because we're gonna go to Hawaii to do it, and we have all this stuff now, so we want to try to find a place to go do it.
There's
here in
parts
Michigan.
there's parts of the Great Lakes where you can actually spearfish for pike and stuff.
Absolutely. The only experience I have is talking to John Dirtka,
Okay.
uh, the guy who started the whole spearfishing craze in Michigan. And he's an interesting guy too, because he took a passion like you guys, was willing to work for it, and he single-handedly walked that through the approval process to the DNR and the NRC. It's pretty cool what he did.
That's
So
really
I
cool.
followed his videos. I've had him on the radio show a bunch of times. I've never done it with him. I think I'm too old to learn how to free dive at this point, but the way those guys do it is so impressive. And listen, I don't have any problems if they take a few walleye. People said, "Oh, they're going to take all the walleye." they don't. They don't take any walleye. There's not that many of them out there. But I respect what they do. I think it's cool what they do, and I think what you guys are going to do in Hawaii, that's way cool.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we're kind of on a spearfish craze right now. This week so far, we've all been getting scuba certified. And we bought the underwater housings we want to up our production value. We just want to get it to that next level. And the way we can do that is instead of worrying about GoPros and stuff near the boat, we want to be diving down and filming fish while they're fighting, not next to the boat, but way out there. So we're getting all the scuba equipment. So when someone gets a fish in, you're getting dunked into the water, and we're getting it filmed that way. And we're going out for giant tuna off the coast of Massachusetts, which is apparently the most dangerous fishery as it is, because, like, 5 people die a year doing it. So we're going to add scuba diving to that. And then we're doing the spearfishing in Hawaii. But in order to do that, we got to have, really good camera equipment down there in order to hold the quality that we demand. So we've been getting scuba certified this week, and now we feel a lot more comfortable now, going through the certification process and stuff like that. We've got our big test on Monday where we've got to do dives and stuff. And then when we get to Hawaii, we literally have to do 2 days of our final certification because you have to do open water dives to get certified. And then, like, the next day, we're hunting mouflon sheep for 3 days, and then we're spearfishing and filming with it. So we're going to be cranking while we're there.
And aren't you also, I think you told me about this on the radio show, aren't you going wild cow hunting?
Yes, we are. Yeah, so
I've thought about that ever since you told me. That is one of the coolest sounding hunts I've ever heard of.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be, they say it's 4 times more dangerous than a grizzly bear hunt. So that's what got us interested. It's supposed to be insane because you've got these giant cows. They got out about 150 years ago. They live up in the mountains. They don't see people ever. And when they do, they're used to being the biggest, baddest thing around. And imagine a big bull that's aggressive, and he'll go right after you. So the right now, apparently, the other thing is, like, we've learned in Hawaii is, like, everyone's telling us something different. So we've got one person telling us that they made it illegal to archery hunt for them now, not because it's, like, unethical, but because people are just getting killed when they do it. They shoot them right through the vitals, cow catches them, kills them. So it's like they're saying it's illegal, but then other people said it was legal. We're thinking high-powered rifles anyways, but you're supposed to do a headshot is the only way to do it because they said you can put a 300 Win Mag through the heart and lungs, and they're not going to be dead for a while, and they're going to be real upset with you. So that's got us written all over it. I'm more excited about the meat part, though. I mean, that's legitimate ribeyes right there.
You talk about a grass-fed beef right there is the true test, the epitome of that.
Yeah, I'm actually leaning towards depending on what we see.
I was gonna say a female might be
yeah, I
better.
was just gonna say, like, it would be pretty cool to get a female instead, just for the sake of the meat. You know what I mean?
A 5-year-old bull.
Yeah,
That's still intact.
yeah, it'll be a little rough, but imagine the mount.
Yeah.
I could choke down the meat for the mount. But yeah, we're also doing mouflon sheep while we're there, which should be pretty interesting. And then we got re-signed for a second season on History Channel, and we're going to be hunting. We did a bear episode in Maine, which was very productive. We did a pheasant hunt in South Dakota, which was so cool. Seeing that many birds. I mean, there was one area where we got to where we were having lunch, and it was a freshly cut field. And at, like, everything settled down once we had been there a while. We were eating, and we weren't too loud. And all of a sudden, we just see pheasant come in. I'm like, oh, there's one in the field. And then another one, and another one, and another one. At one point, there was probably 100 in there. Just one at a time coming in, feeding, going, doing their own thing. And I was like, this is heaven. You know, this is absolutely fantastic.